Hey, hey, hey. Time for another out-of-this-world story from rSpace. Well, you think you know someone until they decide to jump ship for the shiny new plaything. Today on rSpace, if your partner can't keep someone else's name out of their mouth, they're likely cheating on you. Just ask OP. Should I be worried about how my husband talks about his female nemesis? I have this itch in my brain that I need to scratch. I, 32 female, am married to my husband, 33 male, for 5 years now. Recently, about a year ago, my husband's office hired a new employee. Let's call her Jess, 25 female. My husband would often complain about how stupid she is. Here are some of the list complaints. She always tries to act smart even though she is a kid. She always laughs at silly little things which he finds annoying. He sometimes criticized her carefree nature. He once told me that she was dressed like a clown. She just wore red lipstick. It feels like every time he comes from the office, it is always him complaining about her or what she did. And usually, it is just some normal crap. He told me Jess teases him by calling him an old man. He really hates that. It feels like this girl Jess is always in his mind. The other day we went shopping. I really liked a red shoe and asked my husband how I looked. He said it will look gorgeous on me. Then out of nowhere he said, "Thank God you don't have stinky feet like Jess. She always wears shoes that look weird on her." And then proceeded to say how much he hates her and that she is his nemesis. This was clearly out of nowhere. The thing that confirmed my suspicion is that he follows Jess on Instagram. We were sitting on our couch, I was watching a movie, and he was scrolling through Instagram. He was on Jess's page, literally binge watching her content. I mean, if he hates her and hates everything that she does, then why is he stalking her? I did bring it up, and he said that I am being ridiculous, that I should know that he hates Jess. So thinking that there is something going on is making me look insecure. I do not know what to believe. My instincts tell me something else. But logically, if he hates someone that much, he wouldn't bring them up in every conversation. Where do I go next? Well, it seems you're definitely onto something here, OP. I mean, she's taking up some rent-free space in his brain, that's for sure. And it sort of makes sense that the only reason why he talks about her so much is that she's on his mind for one reason or the other. And he's either in denial, trying to force himself to hate her. That, and or he's trying to put on a show for you so you don't expect it. But some cheaters just can't help themselves and their big mouths get in the way of their own lies. It's like his mouth is trying to overcompensate for his cheating ways. Update. Well, I have an answer now. They were having an emotional affair. I came to know all of it when I checked my husband's phone. Don't give me all that crap about privacy. I pressed him hard on it, and he admitted that he has a thing for her. He had taken a day off from work so that they can go hiking or just hang out. He swears he didn't sleep with her or kissed her. I'm not sure about that. Their chats look more like banter. I asked him if he does like her. He was hesitant, but eventually admitted having a crush on her. I asked why. Why did he have a crush on her when she's not someone who he likes? His logic? She makes me feel alive. She makes me do crazy things, and she has an energy that makes me feel special. I'm hopeless. For months, I've asked him to take a break and we'll go to Italy like we always wanted. He made nothing but excuses. I wanted to tell him he is chasing a fantasy. He likes the version of her she presented herself as. But who am I to convince a lovesick man who would cheat on his wife of 5 years just because she is not energetic? I left my house. I'm staying with a friend. I haven't decided on divorce yet. I'm scared to start over at 32. I want to become a mother, but that means I would waste my good years searching for another man. I cannot believe he is falling for the obvious manic pixie dream girl thing. If he really wanted energy and do crazy things, why wouldn't he just say that? I would love to go hiking. I would love to skip work and just be outside with him all day. Yet, he chose a girl he claims he hates, but not really. He has been calling and sexting me nonstop. He wants to work things out. He even offered to quit and change his job. But that's not going to solve anything, will it? I'm sorry, OP. The man's clearly lost it. First, she's too young and dumb, and now she gives him energy? He has no idea what he's doing. If you've already tried to fix things by saying, "Hey, let's go to Italy like we've always wanted," and he's come up with an excuse after excuse not to, but he's willing to be spontaneous and take the day off of work with this woman he hardly knows, it sort of tells you where his priorities are. This is so gutting. I feel for you, OP. If he were to quit his job and you two were to try and work on things, there's nothing saying he wouldn't stop talking to her. But then you have to think if you actually really do want to try and work it out with a man who is willing to do this to you and your kids. Update 2. I do not know how to start this update. For those of you who don't know, yes, I'm taking the divorce route. I do not think I can reconcile with him after what he's confessed to. The day after I made my last post, my husband asked to talk to me. He said he's ready to be truthful because he doesn't want this to ruin our marriage. He's willing to try therapy and counseling. He said he does have a crush on her and oftentimes does fantasize about Jess. But they are just fantasies, nothing more. He confessed that though there hasn't been any physical touch or contact, he did have a moment of weakness and they masturbated in front of each other. He swears he didn't touch her. They just jerked off in front of each other in his car. It was Jess's idea. She knew about his crush, but she has morals, so they found a weird loophole. I wish I was joking because this sounds unreal to me. He is still insisting that was the only sexual thing they did, nothing more. He has been begging me to come back home. He goes from begging to blaming me, and when I said I want a divorce, he was cursing me. I have served him. I haven't yet to hear from him or his lawyer. I know some people will say I'm making a huge mistake and that I'm throwing this out easily, but I do not think I will be able to trust him again. If there is no trust in a relationship, then what is there? I'm surprised my parents were on my side. My mom told me I shouldn't have to beg someone to love me or respect me. Him lying to me was a huge disrespect. That a relationship cannot survive if there is no respect. Also, I think I offended a lot of people for my last post because they thought I was saying women over 30 are old. I do not think that, but I grew up in a culture where women over 30 are considered leftover. Though my parents and family members do not think that, there are people around me who do, and it has been ingrained. I have tried hard to unlearn it, but there are some remnants. I do not know what the future holds for me. I am too depressed and angry to think that. P.S. Yes, I am in therapy. I have been in and out of therapy since 25. Please don't fall for his lies. You can guarantee they went a lot further than that in a car. Obviously, it wasn't just fantasies. And your mother's right. You shouldn't have to beg for someone to love or respect you. That type of stuff should come with unwavering loyalty. Update. Is keeping the marriage alive only a responsibility for one person? My husband cheated on me with his coworker. I am divorcing him. Yet the blame is on me. It is my fault that he cheated because he was bored of our marriage. Somehow it is my responsibility to keep my marriage. My parents are supportive, but the majority of my relatives and friends are not. To them, his cheating was not cheating because there was no sex, technically, especially when my brother is berating me for leaving my marriage. He thinks I'm giving up on my marriage way too easily and that I should grow up and fix it rather than breaking it. But I have my doubts. Why is it my burden to fix it? I didn't break it. I was a loyal wife to him. I never strayed. Isn't marriage supposed to be about mutual input? I see a lot of women and men cave into the narrative that they are breaking up the family by divorcing their cheating spouses. I'm just frustrated about this push that I'm getting from my own brother. Why should I forgive him? Am I not allowed to be bitter? Am I not allowed to be angry? The only person who gave up on the marriage was your ex, who decided to chase after the kid he claimed to hate. You don't owe that man anything, and you certainly don't owe anyone an explanation as to why you want to divorce him. Update. Work wife or wife? I will not bore you guys with the details. You can check my profile for it. My husband and I are getting a divorce. He has not stopped convincing me to stay, but the shamelessness of his activities is sending me to the moon. We are legally still married. From what I have heard, he is dating his work wife, aka the girl he pretended to hate. He was never someone who posts a lot on Instagram or Facebook, but he's been flooding his feed with her pictures. I know he is doing this to piss me off, and I am an idiot to stalk his new girlfriend. She has pictures of him all over his feed, and every caption he is work husband. Yes, I get that she is immature. I know I shouldn't care, but I do. I wish I was strong enough to not give an F, but I do. I struggle with being confident and doing the gray rock technique. But it is hard. Regardless of what he did or how much he humiliated me, I still loved him. I still had dreams about us and about our future. I am afraid to start from zero and picking up the pieces of my broken trust while he is having wild sex with his work wife. I keep telling myself, it is not real. He is just falling for the manic pixie dream girl. But it hurts to know he will choose her rather than me. Well, I made that choice. It was my choice to divorce him. It was my choice to move out. I wanted to be a mother and have a husband that loves me. But I am starting from zero and running out of time. If I was desperate, I would have forgave him, but I cannot. My heart does not allow me to. Why is your work wife more important than your wife? Why did I have to compete for your attention when she was getting it for free? I do not want to be jealous, but I am. I wish I could reconcile, but knowing me and what I have learned, it is not meant for me. I hate living a contradictory life when I do not care about him, but I still care enough that it hurts he easily replaced me. I'm so sorry, OP. It absolutely is hard, but I feel as though it would be much harder to try to stay with someone like your ex. And you shouldn't have to compete for someone's attention like that. You're doing the best thing for you. Now it's your time. Update. Guilt of moving on with life. I am separated from my husband because he had an emotional affair. I think the affair was physical too, but he still doesn't want to admit it. But I do not want to be in his drama anymore. The evidence of his emotional affair was enough. It's been 2 months since we were separated. He has already started dating his affair partner. Right now, I am dealing with depression and anxiety. I have started therapy as well, but deep down I feel so down. Like during the holidays, we used to spend time together locked inside. I never thought I would spend it alone now. But I think I effed up. I'm currently with my parents. They always host these big Christmas dinners. I met a guy who is the son of my father's friend. He is divorced and has a kid. He and I hooked up. I guess I was just lonely. I'm never someone who has random hookups, but I feel this immense guilt in me, like I am the one who is cheating on my husband. I do not feel well, not because the sex was bad, but because I am still a married woman. I still feel attached to my soon-to-be ex, even though he has already moved on with his manic pixie dream girl. Did any of you who started dating after separation feel guilty about being with other people? It's a natural thing to feel guilty because you still have love for the man who you thought you were married to. My soon-to-be ex-wife and his affair partner are now in an open relationship. 2 days ago, my soon-to-be ex called me, and I was puzzled. What does he want now? In a few months, our divorce will be finalized. He has moved on with his affair partner. He called me to ask me how I am. It was small chit-chat. He then asked me if we can hang out now. It was 9 p.m. at night. I obviously declined. The next day, I got to know from a friend that his affair partner posted on social media about being in an open relationship. Her post basically appreciating my ex and how he was understanding of her not being monogamous. She identifies as poly, and they are in an open relationship. This whole thing made me feel weird. Like, who the F did I marry? What the F is he doing? He used to be monogamous like me. Now for her, he is willing to be in an open relationship? I know I shouldn't concern myself with their life, but it is just weird. You cheated on me, put me through hell. You were dating your affair partner, and now you guys are non-monogamous relationship? I don't think I knew him well. I am seriously questioning my skills on judging people. Has he always been like this? Honestly, everyone here can tell you it's not going to last for them. He's trying to be someone he's not, and that's going to catch up to him really quick. The shiny new thing will soon dull out. What do you make of all this? How do you think OP should be feeling? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. See you soon.